Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are hearing me from. Thanks for joining us on this channel and also on this program. My name is Okulorawan Nesha. This is a very update on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the judge handling over that case, which is by name James Omotosho. I cannot put judge there he is, or rather I cannot put justice there he is. Injustice James Omotosho. My people, the current information here reaching me is that this guy want to recuse himself from the case because of so many demands that is coming from Biafrans and also from the media space. They are watching everything we are doing and they are hearing it. So for him not to find himself in the bad book of the international community, he wants to recuse himself for that singular act. Let me not waste much of your time. Let me allow you to see this clip from my brother, from another mother, Mr. Chinedu of Biafra in Finland. So please, give me your listening ear as you watch this clip. After watching, please, kindly drop your opinion at the comment section of this video. I'll be right back. And as you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's go there.
In the absence of any Justice Omotosho magic, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released on the 10th of October 2025. Because by now, Omotosho should be aware, of course, he should be aware of the international pressure that is piling against Nigerian politicians, piling up by international bodies who are targeting Nigerian politicians against economic and judicial corruption, the rots in the system that are perpetuated mostly by judges in the High Court, judges in the Appeal Court, and judges in the Supreme Court, of course. In fact, according to a header survey, I will read, approximately 60 to 70% of judicial officers are perceived to engage in corrupt practices. Also, approximately 60 to 70% of court interactions involved some form of bribery, bias, or influence, undue influence. So as it stands now, Justice Omotosho is under international watch list. As a Nigerian judge, he is under international watch list. So also are the politicians, so also are the administrators. So as it stands now, Justice Omotosho is under international watch list. Yes, as the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, he is under international watch list. So any move he makes, any judgment he gives, is being monitored by international bodies. And if he steps leg in the wrong direction, definitely there might be a warrant for his arrest internationally, and he may be put on heavy sanctions in the coming months. But for this video, we are listing out 3 things Omotosho must do on the 10th of October to avoid those sanctions, because the way he has been carrying out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case lately, it shows that this report, this survey I read out for you of undue interference and judicial corruption has crippled into his court. He has opened up his court and he has started listening to voices outside. And he doesn't know that international bodies, nothing is hidden from them. They hear and see everything. So for this video, we are giving Omotosho a lifeline. 3 things he must do on that day. 3 things he must do to wash his hand away from this watch list. Failure of which, whatever international bodies decide to do with how he has conducted himself in this Nnamdi Kanu's trial and other cases he has held, is up to him. I hope it doesn't come back to haunt him, haunt his career, and haunt his upcoming generation, or he doesn't land himself international prisons, or perhaps even local prisons. So whatever you're doing, I advise you to stop it and focus on this video. Because you don't want to miss a bit, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Select the bell, click on the bell that says all notifications so that you get alerted whenever we release a video. So let's dive right in. The Nigerian judiciary is gone, as we know, corrupt beyond measure. So according to the reports I read for you, 70 to 80% of Nigerian judges have collected bribes, and over 90% of cases suffer from judicial interference. These signs already in Omotosho's handling of Nnamdi Kanu's case is already showing, and people are watching. So these are the three things Justice Omotosho must do immediately to wash his hands off this, and of course evade international sanctions and of course international punishment. Number one, no more postponement. Omotosho, no more postponement. As you know, justice delayed is justice denied. Kanu has been in the cell, in the dungeon, in the prison for years. The longer you keep him there, the longer you are keeping him in prison. And of course, he is not yet declared a prisoner by any court. So why are you delaying justice? What if after all this you are doing, you now declare him innocent? Why all the courts? Why all the prison in the first place? Is the prison intentional to punish him regardless of the outcome of the trial? That is how it looks like from Buhari's time. They just want to imprison him regardless of the outcome of the court. Even if the court finds him innocent, you have already spent years in the prison, so they have won according to them. So Omotosho, are you going to enable this injustice, or are you going to put an end to it on the 10th? So number one, no more postponement from you on the 10th. No more. That's the first thing you do on the 10th. The second thing you will do is you will discharge and acquit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, stating clearly that no other court should try him, telling the prosecution that they should not even think of going on appeal. Write it there in the judgment that this man is acquitted and discharged. These 2 points must be there, not discharged alone, acquitted of all charges. Yes, this is because till today, there has been no evidence linking him to any terrorism, linking him to any treason. Yet, he has been kept in the dungeon. All those years in the dungeon, does it account for nothing? Is it going to be waved away like that? Is that justice already? Are you serving him justice? So you have to discharge and acquit him to show that you are unbiased, to show that your court has not been overtaken by mess, to show that there is no judicial interference. You will discharge and acquit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the world is watching you on that day. The world is watching you on that day. Simple. Simple. There is no reason to keep him going again. Not on that day now you will come and want to continue the trial and say that you found the no case submission, you didn't find any bail, that you want that you want Kanu to continue trial. It's not going to work again. The trial is over on the 10th. The trial ends on the 10th. The suffering is enough. It's enough. And the third one, I want to show you're going to do. You are going to order the arrests of all those who partook in the illegal, in the extraordinary rendition, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. All those who were involved, you are going to order, the court is going to order the arrest. This is because the appeal court has already declared it illegal. So you will go a step further to order the arrests of these people to come to court to face trial for bringing in a victim of kidnap to your court for trial while they are walking free. This to show you as a very transparent and a man of honor in the eyes of the public, in the eyes of the world, that you did this. Your name will go far. People will talk about you. You cannot be trying somebody who was kidnapped and brought by herdsmen to your court. It is the herdsmen you should be invited to your court to come and tell your court how come they got this man and you will lock the court doors and put them on trial and handcuffs. Failure to do this, you will not portray yourself as a very neutral person, and the world may have bias against you. Because a lot of things have gone wrong in this Kanu's case, and you are the judge. Go and read what a judge means, and you will know that you have powers upon powers to do things. You will know that those people who are advising you, those politicians, you have more power than them. Maybe they might have more money than you, but you are trying to sell your power for a few dollars, for a few pounds. They themselves wish they were even in your shoes, but they call you aside with Nigeria's money and you are bowing to them. Most of you bow to them because of whatever. As a judge, you are powerful than even a president if you know what you are doing, if you are not corrupt, if you are transparent, if you stand for the right thing. You know what you're doing, you are more powerful than president. You don't need money. You don't need money. But we know how the country rolls. We know, everybody knows, because as you are aware, a world power has already declared Nigeria a terrorist state. With the theft that has gone in this country, over 500 billion dollars has been stolen from Nigeria's coffers since 1999 alone. And yet the country is wallowing in poverty. Out of school children, the country cannot pay workers, they cannot pay salaries on time. They can't build ordinary infrastructure. There is no water, pipe-borne water in the ground. There is no light for decades. That money alone that was stolen from Africa, from Nigeria, can give the country steady power supply. And still people are wondering, why does Biafra want to leave? Ndi Igbo cannot survive in such economy. We are industrialists. We build things. We create factories. We build things. We export. We are ingenuine. We manufacture. How can we survive under Nigeria as Biafra? Biafra has already been taken aback because of this Nigerian structure of, inefficiency and incapacity. Nothing goes on in the country. So if the Igbos are allowed to have their country, definitely you will see what they will make of it. That power will be solved under 1 year. Pipe-borne water will flow. The land will be like Garden of Eden. Biafra land will be El Dorado for everybody around the world to come. So what is all this fuss about? What is working in Nigeria? What is working in Nigeria that you make people to stay? What is working here? So clearly there is a problem in the system that needs to be resolved. There's a problem in the system that Biafra will solve. That is Nnamdi Kanu's crime and nothing more. For preaching against Fulani herdsmen, for preaching against unjust treatment of Igbo Nigeria, for calling out leaders of Igbo extraction who are not performing well, which is true. You might argue with his methods, but you can't leave the main thing that he said is true. Everybody knows it's true. And Nigeria is putting him in prison with Britain and with leaders in the southeast, thinking that keeping Nnamdi Kanu there will make them to perform their duties as. That is because they don't want to perform their duties. They want to silence the voices of the people so that they don't have to perform the duties. They keep on stealing more money up till it gets to trillions and trillions until one day the whole country is sold off. Then finally, everybody will now go, pack the road and go. And the funny part, the people who are stealing these resources in connivance with the British, they are not even the people who have the oil itself. They are from other regions. The Fulani, the Yorubas, they are the ones who are even pillaging the resources of Biafra land and its neighbors. Such a shame. The people that have the oil don't have the industries, while the ones that don't have the oil have the industries and infrastructure. And yet you're talking about this same contraption. We will sleep one day and wake up in Biafra.
You see the reason why we need more men on this media space. We need more Biafrans. If you think that what we are doing here is not bringing result, is not yielding result, that means you are lying to yourself. All of these people, whether judge, whether chief judge, whether chief security officer, all of them, they have media men. The duty of their media men is to be going from one platform to the other, wherever they raised issue concerning them, so that they will be giving them feedback. Look at what the public think, because public opinion matters a lot, maybe outside Nigeria. So that same public opinion is what the outside world will use to judge you as a person, we judge you as an organization, and we judge you as a leader. So James Omotosho, his henchmen or the internet toothless bulldogs don't begin to scratch you everywhere until they stumble on the video of Chinedu, where he told him, he told him in a very clear sentence that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu need to be released by 10th of October or nothing, or the lawyers should organize a world press conference. This is not a world press conference whereby BBC will be invited, CNN will be invited, Al Jazeera will be invited, and every other, including AP News of US, all of them will be invited, so that they are going to attend, and then the lawyers will then voice out their concern and what they think over the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So hearing all these things, the monkey that called himself for justice or injustice decided he want to recuse himself from the case. So whether the government of the zoo will grant him that permission or not, it is all lies on them, because they are the one that choose him to stand on that case. Period to him taking over this case, he said that the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case have lingered for over 10 years. So he wants accelerated hearing. Since March now, we are still on that accelerated hearing. And if you continue folding your arms, hoping that by November 10 that this guy is going to do something extraordinary, my brother, maybe that person have to wait in vain. They said the kingdom of God suffered violence, but the violence one take it by force. So we cannot go on the street and begin to protest. We cannot raise banners and begin to protest over Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the continuous incarceration. But we are doing our own protest through online and sit at home. So it's either you're on the media or you are on the ones doing sit at home. So which one are you? Or your job is to be sharing every video that concerns Biafrans. That one is also part of the duty that each and every one of us have to partake, to make sure that this message is being preached to whom it may concern. Our voices must be heard. Some people will say we have talked too much on the internet. My brother, that is the only tool. And that was why, if you think that internet is not a weapon to checkmate all these people, ban internet and see how your life will look like. Haven't you seen government officials that are doing rubbish simply because all their escapades, how do you used to put it, was reported online? They bully them online. Then they will go to government and tell government to regulate social media. But when we tell you that your voice is being heard at every corner, they say, no, we talk too much. You didn't talk too much. The fact and the problem we are having is that those who are supposed to act on our issues are looking the other way around, because they have compromised. For hearing the message, it is ringing every hour of the day in their ears. Their PA, special advisors on media, on personal, on this, on this and that, are bringing them informations, are telling them what the people are thinking, are telling them, look at the public opinion. Each time they do something or they decide to do something, they will first of all instigate that thing to see the public reactions. When public does not react, they will enact what they want to enact. But when public react, if there's something they need to amend it, then they'll begin to amend it. But some people will come and tell you, we talk too much online. Okay, now, if you think we talk too much online, my brother, please, can you also talk too much offline? You cannot talk online. You cannot talk offline. Your only duty is just to go to anywhere that you see somebody who is passing a very good message and you begin to comment. You talk too much online. And you that is talking that thing, you can't even bring one thing that you have achieved in this our journey. If not to talk online, come and join us. Let us be talking online. You cannot do. I am not minding anybody. I am only minding my business. But the truth needs to be told. So, as it stands now, you as a Biafran, hoping to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on the 10th of October, what will be our fate if this idiot finally recuse himself from that very particular case again. That means I have to wait again until the lawyers begin to submit another petition to NBA, to Chief Magistrate of the High Court, and Chief Magistrate of the Supreme Court, I be the AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, to then assign another what will I call it, to sign another judge that is going to handle the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to deliver injustice, because they will only look for judges who will come and turn the case upside down, not the judges who are ready to work and deliver justice to the people, knowing fully well that court, as they say, is the hope of the common man. Last hope of a common man, right? But as it stands now, the only court in Nigeria is last hope of the riches, of the ones who are ready to play the games, of the ones who have Ghana must go of monies to deliver to the judges' houses. Since all this thing started, can you imagine how their country have grown? It never grew. Instead, it's growing from bad to worst, with the worst of it, or rather the worst among them, ruling them. The worst. Not even better, The when they say good, or rather good, better, best, right? In fact, we have to do it worst, good, better. So the person that is even ruling them is not even among the good or better. We're not talking about the best. So best will be very, very far. We're talking about worst, good, and better. So the worst of it all, who's supposed to be in prison all their life, are the ones ruling them. Them tell me, a country that are being ruled by criminals, how are they going to progress? And when Biafrans say we want to go, what did the Biafran? What is even what did they ask? Let the right thing be done, and let it be done in a very, very simple manner. That is the problem. Do this since 1960 to today. The only good infrastructure you saw in that zoo called Nigeria today is the one that have been done under military regime. Since they switch into this thing they call democracy, what progress have they make? Instead, the only progress they make is in an accumulating of debts that 5th and 6th generation of Nigeria or Nigeria will never finish paying until they die. And some people are busy clapping hands. The government is doing well. You make dollar at 460 naira. You set it to 1,000 something now, and each day it climbed from 1,005. Come down to 1,490. You will see all their henchmen on the internet. LB will not pronounce this, and I think he will not say this. Draw that in back to where you meet it. And then if you remove 1 naira from that exchange rate where you meet it, that is when you will celebrate. But you can imagine now people who have been shared jollof rice and 20k data. Those are the ones that full X, making all manner of noise every now and then. And that is the country you want the Biafrans to belong to. When they tell you the wise men are from the east and you think we are lying, it is not lying, my brother. That is the simple truth. Anyway, my wonderful people, this one are just early, or rather, this one is a breakfast news from Okute Daily Talk, where we always speak to you the undiluted truth. So please try to subscribe to my channel. When you finish subscribing, endeavor to turn on the notification buttons so that you will be notified each time there is any good update, each time there is any new upload that comes from this channel. You will be first to receive the alert. So have a nice day, and may the Almighty God continue to bless you and prosper you and meet you at every point of your need. This week shall be a week of favor, a week of blessing, and also a week of upliftment. And so shall it be. May my God bless you and meet you at every point of your need, anytime, any day. Kachineke jikene ne gozie nwoke gozie nwaanyị. Gozikwa okeke, okafo, okorie na okonkwo. N'afọ Chukwu oke abịama onye pụrụ ime ihe niile. Ise.